Ladies and gentlemen, all rise for the RankKing's court.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for once again tuning in to the greatest spectacle that the internet sees every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. I am the Rank King, Austin Moore, and welcome everyone to the RankKing's court. Always joined by me, of course, is Noble Knight Greg. I shouldn't say all the time. You're wishy-washy now at times.
I have a life. I have a life. I don't know what to
You
tell
have
you.
a life.
I have a life.
So
that's pretty nice,
Knight,
actually.
Noble Knight Greg and Oracle Vo, we are here again for your viewing pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Tuesday. It's wonderful. I have my brand new Kenny Pickett jersey I am wearing for you guys tonight. The King always has, as the kids call it, drip. So we are here again for your viewing pleasure.
I didn't know drip also involved wearing my sunglasses inside, but that's just me.
Gonna get some drip right now.
Oh yeah. See, those got drip too.
Oh, woo, on that beat.
Oh Jesus.
So a lot going on, guys. With just everyday life. Let's start off with one. Vince McMahon retiring. Insane, literal nuts. Obviously, in the heated things that some things are going on, but I never thought that Vince would actually hang it up, which means that Triple H is taking full creative control, and it is amazing. Obviously, going from the Ric Flair woo.
Is it going to be PG-13 now too, or did it already?
That hasn't been confirmed yet. So he's talking about TV-14. So there was a report that was released like a little bit ago, but apparently that wasn't official yet. So it's just a rumor for now. I'm like you, Austin. I never expected that to happen because Vince is one of the most stubborn people on the planet, and I would have thought that he would have stayed in there until he died, regardless of what was going on around him. But I am excited because, as you know very well, Austin, amazing things can happen when Triple H is in control, i.e. basically the entire NXT run that was incredible. But we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing when the big H's are in power, to say the least. What are some things that happen to you guys? Anything crazy go on? Greg, I know you went to Sad Summer Festival on Tuesday.
You can go to hell, I'll go to Sad Summer. That's what my shirt says, and I love it. Yes, Sad Summerfest this past Tuesday, the third one. I have not missed one yet, and I will continue to not miss one for as long as I can go because it is a ton of fun. I was there from 1:30 to 10.
Long day.
I lost a lot of weight just from sweat, very, very easily. That I can confirm. But most of the bands were excellent. Magnolia Park was awesome. I thought Hot Milk was very good. I was very surprised how good Hot Mulligan was live because I was not a fan of them the first time I saw them, but they were much better. You can't go wrong with State Champs and Neck Deep, obviously, and Mayday Parade was there.
And also,
Yeah.
and also, since we're on the topic of music, how many like bangers have been released within the past I don't know 2 weeks, maybe a month?
Yeah.
I Prevail dropping some songs. What is it? Beartooth dropping Riptide, which is probably one of I listen to that song at least twice a day for how good it is. Slipknot revealing that their new song, the Dying Song, is
No thanks.
You're not a Slipknot fan?
Nah.
Really?
It doesn't make sense to me, Greg, right?
I
I sent him the song and he said ew.
I never knew you were not a Slipknot fan. That surprises the hell out of me.
Why?
Because Slipknot's like the gold standard when it comes to I don't even know how to
Amazing
describe.
things.
I don't like Slipknot. I don't like Lamb of God. Who else? Korn.
Korn's hit or miss with me. I can agree with
You
that.
don't like
Slipknot scares me actually with
But
the mask.
Slipknot,
That's what it is.
Slipknot is one of those concerts that I need to go to at least once in my life. I've not been to a Slipknot show, and I bet you it's a ton of fun just from all that. But I can agree that it probably gets a little rough there, but I think Slipknot live is something that you need to experience at least once.
Greg, I can confirm it was one of the better shows I've seen in a long time.
I believe it. Come on. Even Corey Taylor, without the mask, is a great singer. If you put him in the band as the singer with they are amazing with the percussions around him and stuff like that. I feel like that's an incredible show live.
Yep. And let's not forget another group, A Day to Remember, dropping a new song, Miracle. Really, really excited for this upcoming project or whatever that they have going, because this feels like old A Day to Remember. Now,
Yeah.
I know I might have said that the first time when one of the songs were dropped off their last album, and that's what we got, and a lot of fans were disappointed.
I mean, Moorhead, you and I can both attest to that. We were in a group chat with a former member of TFTB who, as each song ended, gave his thoughts on it and why they were not good. So I think this song was excellent. I cannot wait to see them in 2 weeks. Though and I are going to the concert. Beartooth's opening for them too, so that's going to be a great show.
Yes, no episode that week.
Yeah, no episode that week.
Sadly, I'll be on vacation during that time, and the boys will be at A Day to Remember.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I just found out is recently going on tour? This will be the last thing, and then we'll move on. But Rob Zombie is on tour.
Really? I didn't know that.
With Mudvayne.
Interesting.
Dope. And the opening act, Power Man 5000.
No. Wow.
Like,
Talk
you wanna know
about
how
a
much
blast
tickets
from the
are?
past.
Tickets, I believe they're here next Tuesday. Unfortunately, I will not be there. The lady and I will be at MGK. But
I'd
tickets, I
rather do
believe,
Rob
are
Zombie
only
than
like
MGK any day.
tickets, I believe, are only like $25 to $29.
Yeah, I'd
So-
still rather do
Right.
Rob Zombie than MGK easily.
Yeah, well, I would rather see Mudvayne, but yes, I like Rob Zombie a lot. I just don't know how I've been wanting to see Mudvayne for a long time, so that kind of stinks that I'm not going to be able to see it. But it also stinks that Greg wasn't here to witness the episode that was last week when we brought on McKenna Feeney to talk all things the challenge. Now, I don't know how exactly the results were. I'm assuming they just voted for her.
They're not good for you. Not good.
How big of a gap is it?
So with the Instagram rankings, it was 11 votes to 4.
Yikes!
But there were also comments voting for her on Facebook and Instagram.
So just
and Twitter. I didn't check. The
So if you
stats.
tally all up, it's it's just a massive rout, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew the DCP crowd was going to come for me with some of those picks. It's fine.
Yeah.
Those guys know more about Survivor and Challenge and everything reality competition that I will never be able to understand.
Mhm.
But that's their wheelhouse. Just like tonight's episode, we talk about a lot about the NFL draft and how NFL is kind of like the draft is our bread and butter. It's our Christmas.
It is our expert. We are the experts. We are the gold standard when it comes to draft coverage here at Thoughts from the Bench.
So, in a draft setting, I love to draft for a franchise on Madden. Madden 22, I currently won the Super Bowl as the Arizona Cardinals had Josh Allen as my quarterback. Believe I had Travis Etienne as my running back, maybe Austin Eckler in there as well. All rookie wide receivers, Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, and Kadarius Toney. All my wide receivers, and I believe Freiermuth was a tight end for me as well. So,
how'd that work out for you?
Hell of an echo in the studio.
Bo fixed it.
Yeah, I don't know if I did.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
We've always been dealing with that problem.
Yeah,
Austin, don't know how to fix it.
Austin, you don't have to read the comments to us. We're good.
Sometimes it does.
Some shit was given to me, pardon my French, about not reading the comments on my own show.
I see. Okay.
Be a little bit better here.
But the person who probably gave you shit also mans the boards technically, so it's kind of like the person who mans the boards job. So that's
the person that was giving me a little bit of stuff, I got Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Let's play sometime. I'm talking to you, Denny. So it's on. I'm ready to do it anytime, just like I'm ready to do this show, because Madden has dropped their ratings for Madden 23, and Jesus, do I have issues with these. It seems like this is a going tradition that EA Sports pays no attention to any of the things that are going on in any of the NFL. Their ratings bug me, whether they are too high, too low, a lot of snubs that we are going to get into. I wonder, because I just recently watched a clip from Pat McAfee where when he was in Madden and they gave him his rating, he was livid. He went and called them. He's like, you guys don't even, it's like, why is my throwing power 10? Have you ever seen me throw a football? Why is it 10 out of 100? That makes 0 sense. Why is my speed a 4? I'm faster than all these guys. Like, there are a lot of people that will like kind of brush these off. Those are more of the veterans that are in the league. But the rookies especially take offense to it because they're fully now into they got drafted. They are now on a team, and the sort of clout that goes along with it, like how well you do compared to your friends, your family and everything. And they rate you like so small. It just aggravates you.
See, I disagree with Austin. I think a lot of the veterans also get a little pissed off about some of the ratings in all seriousness. I think it's also a competition amongst like a lot of like especially the higher up guys in the NFL. Like I mean, Tom Brady probably like gets pissed off about the ratings in Madden. I bet you anything. Like I think there was a receiver who was like also pissed off at his rating. I think, like Jamar Chase wasn't a top 10 receiver, which is crazy, but I think Tom Brady reached out to him and said, "Yeah, man, don't worry. Like I think I wasn't even ranked in my rookie year, so by all means."
Well, they didn't even have his picture or anything. They had him as like a gray cloud.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, obviously we're gonna get into this. I'm very, very excited. It will not stop me from purchasing the new Madden, or I'll just wait till it comes out on Game Pass and get it for free like I did last time. Chip says getting worse.
Yikes. Oh well. Producer's tweaking some stuff, so don't worry.
Chip, hopefully that is getting fixed. Let me try and see if I maybe move my mic.
No, it's in the studio, but it's not you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't do anything. You're fine.
See, the problem is it sounds fine here.
It does sound fine here, unless Chip's got some old ears that like mess with him, but that's here for another day.
Oh, that's another. Yeah, exactly. Since Chip has officially agreed to be in the family fantasy league, this will be an interesting one. This is our first ever fantasy family league that we're doing. Bree is going to be adapting maybe Steph's method of doing the wheel.
The wheel was such a great idea too. That was such a great idea.
And here's the thing. I told her, I said, if you end up with the #1 overall pick, I don't care what wheel you have, you are taking Jonathan Taylor. That is ridiculous. I'm making like a quarterback wheel, a running back wheel, a wide receiver wheel for her. They'll be a lot easier than just a giant wheel that will have everything. That is just absurd.
I mean, that is what Steph did, and it worked out pretty well in terms of content, not in terms of her.
Oh, hey, Chip firing back, Greg. He says, "Listen here, Greg."
I mean, I can't really listen to Chip, so that makes it sorry anyway. But yeah.
Well, let's get into it, guys. I'm very passionate about this. Obviously, a longtime Madden player. Let's get into a first radical ranking on the board. So I'm going to read this, and I'm going to read it and then explain it afterward. The first radical ranking are the top snubbed 90s players in Madden. So these are individuals that should be 90s, at least in the 90s to 100 category, or 90s to 99 category, and they are below 90, which makes absolutely no sense to me. This is obviously built on performance, what they were able to do this season. This makes absolutely no sense that any of these guys are not 90s. Do we have any I'm not going to say have any predictions, because there are going to be some names on here that you guys are going to recognize and be like, why?
Why he's not in the 90s?
Yes. So let's get into it. Number 5, an individual that kind of broke out more than he did before. Number 5, rated an 87 overall in the game. This is Max Crosby.
He's 87 because of Sidney Crosby.
That's
why.
That'd be pretty funny if that was the case.
That's the reason. That's the whole reason.
I'm going to be so mad.
Austin, I can understand being pissed about it, and I can slightly get it, but I'm okay with this simply just for the fact that it was a breakout year last year for him. So I think Madden would maybe take into effect that it's consistency that he needs.
So here's what I should have done a little bit more research as to what their ratings were in Madden 22, because I believe Max Crosby is an 85 or an 85-ish in Madden 22. So for his breakout season to only move up 2 spots, it's criminal. But especially when you look at the other names that are on this top 10 list, which I'm going to try and pull up as we speak for the top 10 edge rushers.
That's what I'm going to ask, because if it depends on who else is on the edge rusher list, then I can maybe understand you. But if it's something along the line of that, he's like borderline top 10, and then they have so many other guys that they're willing to put ahead of him, I can get that. I mean, like off the top of my head, obviously Myles Garrett and TJ Watt are going to be the highest guys in this case just on production and talent alone. So I can understand that big of a gap in terms of the rating. I don't know, I'm thinking of off the top of my head in terms of guys who might be better. I would bet Von Miller probably has a better rating than him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read
Chase
this.
Young, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
See, it's tough for this because so I'm gonna keep moving on, but I'm gonna try to find, because they include linebackers in here too, and it's kind of hard for them to do that, in my honest, just because there's a linebacker category and an edge rusher category. That's weird that they would have them both.
Linebacker would be inside linebacker at that or something like that, right?
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to. So Madden edge rushers, the top 10. That's blocking. That's power moves. So top 10 edge rushers overall. Number 10 at 89, Rashawn Gary.
He broke out last year too. I will give you that. Yeah.
Chandler Jones, 90.
Okay, that's consistency. I will give you that.
DeMarcus Lawrence, 90.
Yeah, still consistency, I'd say.
Cameron Jordan, 91.
Best player on that team and consistency. He's been around for a decade, man.
And finally, I won't go too much. I'll do the 10 to 6, and then we'll go from there. 6, Joey Bosa, 91.
Yeah, I feel like he should be higher. What do you think?
Joey? Nick, I would be okay with, but Joey, yeah. He's hit or miss for me sometimes.
It all depends. But there's other names that I'm going to go through here. Holy Echo, why is Greg here 6 times, Deke says.
I don't know.
So, Deke, the Echo is something we are working on. We're trying to fix that. Apologies to the viewers for that.
I don't know why the settings just completely like adjusted on you guys like after a week or something.
It's weird.
Mm.
So we got Max Crosby at number 5. Let's move on to number 4, which I don't like. Madden, you have something against the Steelers. I do not understand it. A Cleveland Browns fan made this game because this makes no sense to me. Because number 4, rated an 89 overall, we have Minkah Fitzpatrick. One of the best safeties, if not the best safety in the NFL, is an 89. The highest paid safety right now is an 89 overall, Madden.
He did come off a down year. He did come off a down year. I'm just saying he came off down year so I can at least understand it.
Greg, I'm going to read you off names here, and you're going to be mad because none of these names deserve to touch Minkah Fitzpatrick.
That are higher than Minkah? Okay.
These are the top 10 safeties overall.
Okay.
Number 10, Jamal Adams, 90. Literally did nothing last year. Nothing.
He was the best player on the Seahawks defense.
Doesn't matter.
It was really good.
Number 9, Harrison Smith, 90.
That part is like, yeah, that's tough.
Number 8, Jordan Poyer.
Coming off a career year, so I can believe that.
You want to know who? I'm not going to get into it because that's another thing that we're going to talk about. But Minkah needs on this list.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that any of these guys are better than Minkah Fitzpatrick.
I'm not saying they're not, but I'm saying like Madden is taking into effect that he had a down year. That's why they brought him so low. Like I'm pointing that out. As much as like they try to keep it consistent, they're also going to point out the fact that some guys had better years than last year. They're basing it off of last year's production and numbers in this case.
Jamal Adams needs to be an 87 at best. 87 at best.
You didn't watch a lot of games, that's the case.
He said he was the best thing and then dropped a blatant interception. Nerd.
That's fair.
Don't they, Austin, on the new Madden games, don't they upgrade the overalls as the season goes?
They do, yeah.
As the season goes on. So this is not what it will be final, but this is where it stands right now. That's the part that makes me mad, is that they have seen everything from last year and thought, okay, they must have done worse. This makes me mad that Minkah Fitzpatrick's not in the 90s club at least.
In fairness, it's not doing worse. It's just a lot of guys had good years, so therefore they're taking that into account. That's all.
And if the guys, if they're lower than they want, and they're real big Madden fans, they might play better. Like, I want the higher overall.
So keep that in mind when we mention number 3. Because this player had a career year at doing everything in his position and more. Because at an 89 overall, we have wide receiver Deebo Samuel. Get the hell out of here, Madden. An 89?
This one's tough. I wonder if
What would you have him at?
I wonder if like Madden got confused because of the fact that the Niners just used him like as every single position possible. So it was kind of like,
the best player on that team.
You literally screamed at me when I said Jamal Adams was the best player on that Seahawks defense, and he got a 90. So
that's exactly. So if Jamal Adams is a 90, why isn't Deebo Samuel a 90?
Well, I mean, I'm also just thinking about that entire wide receiver list. There's definitely one guy that he deserves to be higher over. I'll give you that. But like aside from that wide receiver list is going to be tough to try to like figure out who goes higher in this case.
No. Deebo Samuel needs to be a 91 at least.
Okay.
That man did everything for that team.
But this is what I'm pointing out. You said he did everything for that team. So he's not. So like you can make the argument that like he's kind of like the Le'Veon Bell type guy, where he's a running back and wide receiver in that case.
Well, wouldn't you do better if that's the case, Greg?
Should. I mean, he definitely upgraded over the previous year. I'll give you that.
It just makes no sense how some. Again, we'll get into like the lists and everything, but some of those wide receivers. Amari Cooper is a 90.
That one I'm pissed about. Yeah,
that makes absolutely no sense.
That one I'm pissed about.
Amari Cooper's a 90, but Deebo Samuel's an 89? Get your shit together, Madden. It makes no sense. Number 2, this one threw me through a loop.
Yeah.
Rated as an 88 overall, Micah Parsons.
Wow, this one's surprising, actually.
88?
I will give you that. This one's surprising.
Come on, Madden. Like, it's just the man literally dominated so much that they had to switch his position, and he dominated in that position.
Is
he listed? 88.
Is he listed as a linebacker or an edge? Just out of curiosity.
I believe that he's listed as a linebacker, and he's not even the best linebacker in the game. Now, to be fair, Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the game, and I think that makes a little bit of sense.
Right.
And then I think it's Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, and then Micah Parsons. But it can't. 88, man. Even Roquan Smith is an 89.
And that's
what are we doing?
Yeah, the linebackers are getting kind of like the shit end of the stick here. Actually, I will give you that.
Micah Parsons literally, like, I get it. It's a rookie coming off, but the kid was so dynamic. It has to be at least a 90. Has to be.
I wonder if part of it is also based on the fact too that like he's not really. Like, most of his splash plays came as an outside linebacker, but you can't necessarily call him an edge because he is an inside linebacker, and he didn't really do as much at the inside linebacker position.
I get what you're trying to say, man. It's just, this is more or less me just getting my frustrations out because
I'm well aware. Yeah, I'm well aware.
That's what the show's about.
That's true. It's basically like a show for Austin to just rant and yell at the cloud like an old man that he is.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
And the number one, no, just no. Rated as an 87 overall. Wide receiver Jamar Chase.
Yeah, this one pissed me off.
87!
This one pissed me off, yeah.
Amari Cooper is a 90! And he barely did shit!
What should he be? Like 92,
He should be at least a 99, or I would say
99.
No, he's not.
No. If we're being very generous, he should be, the highest I'm going to go is that he should be a 92.
That's fair.
But he should be in the 90s.
He should definitely be in the top 10, that's for sure. That's some bullshit he's not in the top 10.
I'm going to, because I got to go back at these wide receiver ones. I only know Amari Cooper being
10, because that's the one that a lot of people were pissed off about. Off the top of my head, like, I know Tyreek is up there. I know Justin Jefferson's up there. I know Cooper Kupp's up there.
Yeah. So we have Amari Cooper at 10 with a 90. Keenan Allen with a 91. Terry McLaurin with a 91. Mike Evans 92. This is one that makes no sense to me. Justin Jefferson at a 93.
He's top 5 though, so I mean, like, I'm cool with it.
He's not top 5.
Yes, he is. You just had him. I thought you had him at 5.
He's bottom 5. He's at number 6.
That's not bottom 5. That's like borderline.
That's not top 5.
Okay, so who's top 5?
Top 5 is Diggs, 95. Hopkins at a 96. Look, I love DeAndre Hopkins, but this was a bad year for him. He should be at least a 93 or a 92.
Dude, DeAndre Hopkins does not have a bad year. He was injured for the last, like, 6 games of the year.
Did he play all year, Greg?
Because he was injured.
Okay.
When he played, he dominated for the Cardinals, bud.
97, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, 98. Give that man a 99. That man deserved a 99. Literally broke every single wide receiver record and had a Super Bowl MVP.
Well, I'm curious too because they only give out so many 99s. I think they give out 4 a year, I think, in terms of that, and that's like their max.
Calm down. It's like being 11 on your ranking. Haha. Chip, listen, I get it. But this, like I said, playing Madden for how long, you understand when things don't make sense. And these don't make sense, especially Chase being an 87. The number 1 wide receiver is Devontae Adams at a 99. I get that. But Chase needs to be in that top 10, dude.
No, I agree with you. I can definitely see him. He definitely should be there and over Amari Cooper, and I think he should be absolutely over Terry McLaurin. Keenan Allen, I can make an argument for him being better than Keenan Allen, but Keenan Allen should definitely be in the top 10, that's for sure. He's like right in that Justin Jefferson mix of like borderline top 5, I would say.
Yeah, I would like. He's got to be he's got to be in the top 5 for receivers. I'm sorry. He was, I believe, in Madden 22, he was an 82. So he only rose 5 spots.
After having one of the greatest rookie seasons you will ever see from a wide receiver, which is hilarious.
So stupid. Those are my top guys that were snubbed from not being 90s. This next one is where I want to get into because I got some real feelings on this.
Oh, we can't wait.
Time for Radical Ranking number 2. So we talk about for players that weren't in the 90s. Now we're going to talk about players that were absolutely rated way too high. These are people that I do not believe deserve the number that they have. Sorry if that offends you. I don't care. These are my opinions. They matter to me and to everyone else rather than this.
Is he being like extra anal today, or is it just me?
He must have had a rough day.
Must have. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay.
Yeah.
This one is going to be a little one that I start out with, but I have questions at it because, again, I'm not sure what Madden's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go to the tight end position to start out with, okay?
Okay.
So at number 5, believe he was tight end 9 in the game.
Okay.
31-year-old, 84 overall, Zach Ertz. Explain to me, because do you want to know who's not in the top 10 tight ends, Greg and Bo?
Who?
Do you want to know which tight end did very, very well in his rookie season and is not on this top 10 list?
Who?
Pat freaking Freiermuth. And you have the likes of Zach Ertz and Hunter Henry above him? Get the hell out of here. I believe that Freiermuth was rated a 77 or a 76 overall. He's not even above CJ Uzomah.
And Uzomah just got paid too, actually, now that I think about it. So.
But listen, like, Zach Ertz, I believe right now in Madden for 22, because I think they updated throughout the thing what Bo was saying, he's 31 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the primary target in an Arizona offense. He was definitely not the primary target in Philadelphia offense. But somehow, he makes the top 10 for tight ends at number 9, and he is an 84.
I think they're putting stock in consistency and also longevity in that case, and also because when he went to Arizona, he actually started to get a little bit more reps for him last year, so that probably was a factor into it.
But for like 2 games, Greg, so much that Arizona, with their first draft pick, drafted a tight end.
That's true, they did.
You can't tell me that this is more or less anger that Freiermuth is not in the top 10.
Okay.
Because he put up numbers last year as a rookie. And somehow Hunter Henry, who did well and then disappeared halfway through the season for Jonnu Smith to pick up the pace, and Zach Ertz, who was, I don't know, target 7 in an Arizona offense. Zach Ertz should be a 79, dude. I'm sorry.
I think this also kind of goes to show you that production doesn't necessarily equal
rating.
Yeah,
that's what it should be, Greg.
I honestly think they have a wheel of their own. They
Yeah.
just put names on.
Because you forget.
Who should we get 84?
Because you forget, but like if you look at the Madden rating, it's based off of like it's not based off of production. It's based off of like numbers assigned to your physical traits. So, like if Zach Ertz is bigger or is faster than Pat Freiermuth, then it's going to affect his score no matter what.
Not either. Just saying, he's not faster. He's not stronger. He's older and he's weaker.
Wow.
Just saying.
You're
No
right.
offense to you, Ertz, if you're watching the show, but you are not deserving of your 84. You are
Yikes.
below
I'm
84.
sure he's
Sure he
watching
was,
the
yeah.
show.
Palatial State in Arizona, he's definitely doing that.
Let's get to one that makes no sense to me.
Okay.
Like 0 sense as to why this keeps happening, to why this player's value seemingly keeps going up. Now, it went down this year, but he is still in the top 10 of his position. Rated as an 88 is Ezekiel Elliott. Why? Why is Zeke in the top 10 of running backs? Zeke is trash. Zeke.
I'm assuming you would want Najee Harris in the top 10.
Najee Harris is not in the top 10.
I know.
He's 80-freaking-5.
That's why I said I'm assuming you want him over Ezekiel Elliott.
He's an 85, Craig. Najee's an 85 in this game, and Zeke is an 88. Najee had 1,200 rushing yards with a mediocre offensive line.
Yeah.
Zeke got hungry and had hot dogs along the way when he was getting the ball.
That's how you got the plus
Tony
3.
Pollard had more playing time.
He was at an 85. He ate the hot dogs at 88.
He got bigger, was able
It's
to
like a
truck
power up.
Yeah, no, that's his truck stick is probably a lot better too, probably. I bet you.
Zeke doesn't need to be in the top 10.
I would bet you anything that if he wasn't on the Cowboys, it would not be an 88. I'd guarantee you.
I just, the guy, that granted, if he has a fantastic upcoming year, but he literally lost playing time to Tony Pollard, who Tony Pollard in this game is rated an 81.
Well, also Zeke can't catch either, so.
No, but he's supposed to be a pass catch running back,
Which is the weirdest thing too. Yeah.
He's not. Like, Najee outperformed him, outdid him, outran him.
But in fairness, that's also why Najee got an 85 now compared to last year when it was probably like a 70-something. So he moved up drastically.
I think he had an 80-something, Greg. That's what bothers me, is that Zeke has a terrible downturn year once again. He drops like 2 spots, like 2 numbers, and Najee, who had arguably one of the best seasons as a rookie running back, moves up like 2 spots. It irks me
because you're focusing too much on production.
I'm focusing on what's in my heart.
Yeah, I can tell.
And in my soul. And these people don't know what they're talking about. Zeke should be an 82. An 82. I'll be gracious to say the highest he should be is an 84. But he should not be in the top 10 of running backs.
And
Absolutely.
He's an 88.
But he shouldn't be. Let's move on.
I just see him buying the game and scrolling through all the rosters to see the overalls.
I think so, yeah. You get
breaking controllers whenever they're like higher than.
Get angry. I mean, can you imagine too, like as they update the slots as the season goes on, like how pissed off you get?
Might be a 99 by the end.
Hell no. One player who was in the edge rushers category I did not mention because it was right after. This has to be face value for the new team he's on. He literally did 0 to nothing in terms of production last year. Should not be as good as what he is. Los Angeles Chargers, new addition, rated as a 92 in the game, Khalil Mack.
Yeah, he was on a real bad. He was on a real bad Chicago team and didn't produce as well as he should have. But I think they're banking on the idea of pairing him and Bosa together. But like, I will not say anything bad about Khalil Mack, man. I refuse to. Khalil Mack was a monster in his early years in Chicago. It was just one down year for him last year.
Listen, if we're going to talk about that, Joey Bosa in my mind is above Khalil Mack for this. It just makes 0 sense to me. I would say Khalil Mack, being very generous, I would give him an 88. An 88 or an 89.
Harsh grader.
Listen, I'm not. I'm just saying that I've looked at it. He just didn't do anything.
Because you're basing it too much on production. You can't base it on production.
It's about stats,
no,
agility.
No, not stats. Stats is
not
production.
stats. Agility.
It's about their physical traits, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it's based on. Yes. That's what it's based on, man.
You guys suck. Now, this is literally, I'm telling you, how I am saying right now is how every person that plays Madden is thinking right now.
So the very emotional side of it, and you're like, what the fuck, and all this, and meanwhile, the ones who don't play it often and actually have a practical understanding of how it works are the ones that are like, oh, okay.
You love to dig in there real quick, didn't you?
Just a little bit. Just a
Throw
little
that
bit.
in.
Just a little bit, yeah. I can tell you missed me last week, huh?
I have. Let's go to one that makes no sense. Literally 0 sense. Number 2, the highest safety in the game. Tyrann Mathieu at a 94.
Honey Badger!
94? Are you shitting me?
Honey Badger don't play.
Honey Badger barely played and
Oh, shut up! He played
Honey
pretty.
Badger was garbage.
He was the best player on that Chiefs defense, but
My gosh, but he's not the best safety in the game.
you basing it on physical traits, but
It's a huge drop. No, because this drop off makes no sense, Greg.
how big of a drop off is it from 1 to 2? Just accurate.
That's what I'm saying. I'm getting to it. So if I remember correctly, safeties. I just had it up. So overall, okay, so it's not a big of a drop, but Tyrann Mathieu 94, number 2 Derwin James at a 93.
Now that I'm okay with. If Derwin James was not like 2 or 3, I'd be pissed.
Right, but in my mind, I think Derwin James deserves to be number 1 above Tyrann Mathieu. Yes. Budda Baker above Tyrann Mathieu. Yes. Kevin Byard above Tyrann Mathieu. Yes. And then finally, I would even maybe put Micah Hyde above Tyrann Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu is not the best safety in this game. Tyrann Mathieu almost didn't crack a top 5 for me. 94 though, guys? Like, that makes no sense. He should be at least a 90. Maybe an 89. Listen, I know I'm going like very specific here, but he's not the best safety in the game.
From what my eyes I saw, he was the best player on that Chiefs defense, and I think moving over to New Orleans with him and Marcus Lattimore, and I don't think Marcus Goodwin's still better now, but yeah, Marshawn Lattimore is still over there. That's a very good defense he gets to play on, and here's the thing. He doesn't have to put up stats. He just has to like be himself, and I think he'll be fine. And also point in this matter too, bud. I don't think they're separating the safety classes because I think they're putting the strong and the free all together. So that's probably another thing that's very tough to be able to differentiate right there as well.
Makes sense. We do have a karaoke time that I will gladly do because I recently just watched a movie with him in it. It's called The Little Giants. Get in there.
Oh, I love that movie. Love that movie.
But Chip has redeemed some karaoke time to hear some John Madden. So
I can't wait to hear this.
John, I hope I do this right. I don't have a marker with me, but I do have some sort of paper.
Have you ever had a turducken? Just out of curiosity.
No, I have.
I've always wanted to try one, actually.
But, all right. So, start off here. All right. Going down in this big circle right here. Then we cut left along the side. Don't know what we're really doing there, but we kind of move around and around. And, actually, let's take a corner over here. You know whose wedding? This is a wedding over here. You know whose wedding this is? Brett Favre. Brett Favre's wedding right here. Knows what he's doing. You know who else? Gosh, dang it. I mean, it's just glorious. Don't even need the paper. Everyone loves playing football. Go in there and play together. John Madden.
I'm so happy you threw a Brett Favre jab in there, too. That is so funny. I'm so glad.
You got a couple comments from Grind.
Grind Project is not...
Read his previous comment.
Grind Project is not happy with you.
Apparently. Are you okay, man? Are you okay? That's a pretty nasty comment that I've had from you for a long, long time.
Wait.
It says, if Austin was the hero of a Star Wars movie, it would be The Lost Hope.
I might watch that one.
Here's the thing, Grind Project. Here's the thing. Because if you and I were both cast in different Star Wars solo movies, mine wouldn't be straight to DVD.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
Yikes.
Did you see his comment earlier, though?
It says, yeah, wouldn't respond to me either. Yeah.
Not before that. Before it's karaoke time.
Where was DM Brown, you son of a bitch?
Song. Talking about your rankings from last week.
I know. I love DM, but as great as a competitor is, as great as the story was, wasn't getting in the 5, buddy. I'm sorry. I know that's a hard take for a lot of people, but that's what it is. Let's finish off the way too highs. This one's personal. This one's very personal.
I feel like all of this has been personal.
This is more personal.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
Why is Myles Garrett a 99 and TJ Watt a 96?
He's not 99, he's 98.
No, Myles Garrett is a 99.
He's 99.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing a video of him with the getting like the 99 chain and stuff. Like I thought he was 98.
Here's the thing. I don't think Myles Garrett is a bad athlete. Does he deserve to be the #1 edge rusher in a class where TJ Watt just tied the sack record, broke boundaries, was the best defensive player in all of football last year? You're going to put TJ Watt at a 96 and put Myles Garrett as a 99? Why?
Because they look at him like physically and they
No.
think he should be
No,
better.
no.
That's honestly what it is.
No,
Bush.
Stronger.
That is honestly what it is.
Faster.
No, that's seriously what it is. They look at Myles Garrett and they think he should be better based on his athletic trait. But yet, I agree with you, Austin. There are way too many times where you watch the Browns and he did not show up. Way too many times.
Way too many times. And for the record, I don't think he should be dropped a bunch. I think Myles Garrett is a perfect 97. Maybe a very generous 98. But he is certainly not 3 spots above TJ Watt.
Yeah, there are way too many examples. Like I actually do get kind of annoyed about like how people still think that Myles Garrett's better than TJ Watt. It's very comical. Like it's very
talk about
comical.
throw power. Talk about throw power for a defensive end. The only throw power eyes I saw was when he ripped the head off of a teammate and put it into the head of Mason Rudolph. That's the throw power you had.
You beat me to it.
Which by the way, shout out to Mason Rudolph for reaching out to Larry Ogunjobi before camp started and was like trying to like calm things down between the two before that. That's a good teammate right there.
I don't see it. I get he's like top 3. He's probably top 2, but he is not above TJ Watt. He is certainly not 3 spots above TJ Watt. If in fact, I'm pretty sure TJ Watt only increased by like 1 or 2, and he posted records.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns.
Madden ratings don't care. It's
not about the stats.
It's not about stats. It's not about production.
A Browns fan made this game. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
It's possible.
Let us know in the comments what Madden rating pissed you off, because right now it is time for the great debate. Now we are put in the great debate. What Madden rating pissed you off the most?
I mean, at this rate, I feel like every Madden rating pissed you off.
Listen, I want to
For
clarify.
Austin, at least.
I want to clarify. There are some very like accurate ones that are put in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'd even go, there's maybe 2 that exceeded where I'm like, that's fine. But everything else, these people don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They don't. I'm sorry.
Okay, so real quick in the chat, Grind Project did give us the list. It was me, Though, and Austin. Because I'm assuming, Austin, you have a list of ones that you're probably angry about. So
I
like,
just have one in particular.
Yes,
I have one in
one
particular.
particular? All right. Mine is very short and simple. It is also based off of physical traits as well. Someone explained to me why Aaron Rodgers is not the #1 quarterback in this game over
Thank
Tom
you,
Brady.
Greg.
Why?
Thank you, Greg.
Why? Like I cannot wrap my head around that. Like Brady had a decent year, I will give you that, but Aaron Rodgers, like, and I am bringing back on this. Yes, production does not matter, but even if you don't count the fact that he won another MVP, I think it was unanimous. But like, in terms of like his physical traits, I mean, my God, like he has everything that you could want in a quarterback, and Brady at 40 something is clearly on the decline. I'm sorry, but like
Don't apologize.
I cannot wrap my head around why Aaron Rodgers is not the number one quarterback over Brady. I cannot. Brady, that's just some Brady bias right there, if that's the case.
It's name value, Greg, and I'll give you that. And this is the last thing I'll say before Bo goes. Not only should Aaron Rodgers be the number one quarterback, Aaron Rodgers should be a 99. And I'm sorry. That's what it is. He deserves the 99 club. Literally back-to-back MVPs. I don't know what more else he can do besides win another Super Bowl.
I also wonder how much of it is based on the fact that they like to switch up the 99s every year because if I remember correctly, so like now that you told me Myles Garrett's 99, because I know the ones off the top of my head are Devontae Adams, Myles Garrett, Trent Williams, who absolutely deserves a 99,
Aaron Donald.
And Aaron Donald, which are like the main ones right there. Aaron Donald I think was 99 last year, but like I think they like to switch it up a lot because there were years where like. I mean, I remember there were years where Kelsey and Mahomes were 99s and stuff like that, but yeah.
Okay, Bo. Let's see how much you know.
All right, well, I pulled up the top 10 quarterbacks here, and Matthew Stafford's at number 10 as an 85 overall. I feel like he deserves to be better than 85.
You know what else?
He had a consistent career, and then he just won the Super Bowl last year. So I'm saying like 87, 88 maybe. 90 if we're feeling generous.
Vo, do you want to know? I'm going to add to this. Who's number 5, Vo?
Number 5 is Joe Burrow.
So you're telling me the quarterbacks that competed in the Super Bowl, Joe Burrow is 5 spots ahead of the guy that beat him in the Super Bowl. What?
They're based on the physical traits and because of age, I'm guessing. Like Burrow.
Based on the physical traits, they would realize that Joe Burrow has no ACLs.
That is true. Does not.
That's why he doesn't have a lot of points in that.
Shout out to him. Hope he's doing well. He had to get his appendix taken out today in emergency surgery.
Yeah, I did hear
drop him 2 points.
Yeesh.
So poor baby looks like he got punched. Still handsome though. I don't know.
I don't know if you can tell, but I have poison ivy around my eye.
Oh, I cannot tell. I cannot tell.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Although I have always wanted to punch him in the face, so maybe this is like a consolation prize for me to see what it looks like.
Yeah, yours will be a little flick. Won't be a punch.
Stop it. All right, you two in the parking lot later. So you think that a generous Stafford needs to be at least a 90? Very generous.
Very generous 90.
Okay. Oh, well, guys, mine comes to us also from the quarterback position. And I'm going to give you a hint as to what it is.
Oh, you're mad about Kenny Pickett not being the number 1 QB?
Not even that. Not even that, Greg.
Okay.
Kenny Pickett in the game is rated a 68. That's low. I get it.
No, I would have guessed that's like fair for most like rookies to start anyway.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
Why is Malik Willis 1 spot ahead of him? He was drafted 2 spots later.
It wasn't even 2 spots. It was rounds.
Why is Malik Willis a 69 and he was drafted 2 rounds later?
Well, 2 reasons. One,
why in the shit does that make no sense?
Well, 2 reasons. One, because 69's funny. And
nice.
2, because Malik Willis has the dual threat capabilities that he's probably getting like a little bit more of an edge. Because again, it's based on physical traits. It is not based on production.
Pickett can run though.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like he runs better than he throws.
If we're gonna go with that, if it's based on physical traits, then shouldn't Malik Willis been the number 1 overall fucking quarterback?
Nah, because Ritter's also like tall and has a decent arm and stuff, so that's probably what Madden was looking at as well in that case.
Do you want to know what also upsets me?
What?
I'm gonna add to this.
Go ahead.
Trubisky is a 69. Trubisky is, it's hilarious, yes, because kissing titties Mitch, I get it. 69 though. 69.
Wow.
That's funny. That's
and
really funny.
He was better when he was the starter for Chicago.
He was an MVP.
Not in that season.
He was a Nickelodeon
Not
MVP.
in that season.
Not that season. His last season with
The
the Bears.
Nickelodeon MVP. Oh my
You
god.
can't tell me that spending a year under Josh Allen made him worse.
But he didn't play, so there's no tape on
This
him.
is some bullshit,
That's
man.
it.
It makes no sense.
See, now you're kind of going towards the stat.
I know, but I think part of it's also based on the fact too that like there's no tape on him from last year, so there's nothing for him to
You
gauge
can't
off
have
of.
Mitch a 69 to
I
be
think it's
tied with
funny.
a rookie quarterback
I think
that
it's
was
hilarious.
taken in the 3rd round.
So the
Kenny
Steelers,
Pickett's still lower than both of them.
Steelers quarterback's gonna be like 69, like overall, right?
Basically, yeah.
Because no one's better than Pickett and Trubisky. Like, there's no one else, right?
On the team, no.
It makes
On Madden, like,
Mm,
who's gonna be higher than that?
I don't know.
I don't
Rudolph?
get it. Like I
No,
know-
Rudolph's not in the 68, 69 range. He's like 50 something probably.
I know I'm not supposed to get upset, but like this has me upset. This has
You've been very emotional during this entire one, and I'm kind of
I
concerned.
feel like I
about
haven't been putting a lot out there, so this is what it is now. These Madden ratings are garbage. Mitchell Trubisky should not be a 69. He should be at least in the 70s. And Kenny Pickett, if he's the #1 overall quarterback taken, should be the #1 rated quarterback of the rookies. Not behind a guy that was taken 2 rounds later.
He's a 62.
Wow.
Why does this mic sound weird for Greg and Bo?
Dude, you don't have to
Denny,
repeat
I
it.
do
We
not
are
know.
talking.
I do not know, but what I do know, Denny, is I have Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Let's try and play that later if you're down.
Huh.
Please do. I'm very, very excited. I haven't created a character yet. I know you were talking about creating a new one. Drop down in the comments, guys, what I know that people out there may not be as into the Madden ratings as I am, but drop a comment down if you got it. What pisses you off about this? Because there's a lot.
I'm
For
starting
me,
to get a whole new side of you just because of how angry you are about this.
it's not
He takes Madden serious.
Clearly, yeah.
what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna.
Hold
I
on,
need-
before we move on, thinking about it, like, NHL ratings mean nothing to me. Like, I just play the game. I didn't buy the game this past year.
You're the worst kind
I'm
of
just
person.
over it.
You're the worst kind of person. What do I do? It is Denny says, awesome, we'll absolutely play soon. I have a soccer game tonight. That's fine, Denny. You do that.
Good luck,
I'm gonna
Denny.
play soon. Good luck to you. And good luck to everyone else, because right now, everyone needs to go to the restroom, go get a drink, go relax, and wait until the show continues. It is time for a commercial break, and we'll be right back with the top 10 ranking of the evening. Stay tuned.
Let's dive right into sports, as I have strong opinions on that. Which college team could beat a professional team in the same sport right now?
Okay.
There is not a single answer that is better than the LSU Tigers defeating the Cincinnati Bengals.
Even if I know the pitch that's coming, every other part of me is still normal.
That's why it's frustrating for me, Greg.
It's like okay, if I know what something is coming, I know ahead of time. I still have to be able to do the action to get the result that I need.
Okay, so they won 3 games in 10 years with 3 rebuilds.
I don't lose at arguments. All right.
Especially about fast food. So yeah.
You will never walk alone. Guess what? Now you will. Coronavirus.
I barely touch my girlfriend's cat. The most I'd be willing to do is like just kind of put my finger on its forehead and just like.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with us is Alex Kazor from Steelers Depot.
We are live with Ryan Smith, professional cornhole player in the ACL. Ryan,
What all franchise were you able to work with in the NHL?
With Phoenix, Carolina, and Detroit.
So here is Moorhead's ranking. Moorhead is my cousin. He is the rank king.
Higher
Top 10 extra Power Rangers.
Oh.
This is the top 10 emo songs of the 2000s.
There's only one correct answer for number 1. Why is F is for Family better than Futurama when Futurama is like Star Wars for potheads? Like
I know. Well, I think
We have one or two that are mad in the chat.
You're welcome for that.
Alright, we're gonna get banned.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. A very, very exciting conclusion I think I have for you today. As everybody knows, when it comes to football, the quarterback is the number one position in all of football. Madden decided to release its top 10 quarterbacks of this game. I will read you them right now. For context, Madden's top 10. At number 10, we have Matthew Stafford at an 85. Number 9, we have Lamar Jackson at an 87. Number 8, Russell Wilson at an 87. Number 7, Justin Herbert, 88. Number 6, Dak Prescott, 89. Number 5, Joe Burrow at a 90. Number 4, Josh Allen, 92. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes, 95. Number 2, Aaron Rodgers, 96. Number 1, Tom Brady, 97. It's all wrong. It's all wrong.
All wrong? All wrong. Jeez.
It's bad. It's bad. There's so many things wrong with this. Dak Prescott is not above Justin Herbert in any sense. In any sense. So what I've done is I've fixed it. So
okay.
The exact top 10 quarterbacks that should be rated for Madden 23. So let's start us off with a guy who was snubbed from even being in the top 10. I have him rated as an 86, Kyler Murray.
Oh, you even provided like your own ratings too.
Yes, I even gave a rating.
Wow.
Because Kyler Murray, I believe in the game, is an 84. Get the hell out of here if you think Kyler Murray should not be in the top 10.
Well, I mean, after it was learned today, it was discovered today about. Did you hear about the contract clause?
What was it? It was like 4 hours.
He has to study 4 hours on his own time a week in order to be able to guarantee his money, which is unheard of. No, it's unheard of. It's unheard of. There's no QB contract that has anything like that.
Now, do you think that's okay, so do you think that's more or less because they don't think he's 100% in the game? Or do you think that
no, it's just flat out because like Deke and I have talked about this around the draft, I'd say, is that there was stories coming out that Kyler was they were struggling with his leadership skills. They were saying that he wasn't a team player, he wasn't doing much of that stuff. So this is a situation where they don't think he's putting in any work to be able to be the best that he can be. So that's why they put this clause in his contract to say that you need to study to be able to be all you can be.
I think that's kind of cool though. I think that holds him accountable.
It does, but the fact that this is the first time ever that any player has had something like this in their contract that says you need to put that you need to study in order to guarantee your money, that's pretty damning on your part. If that's
they gave $230 million guaranteed to a Predator, so I can't really say anything.
True. But here's the other fun thing too is that it's I don't even know how they can how they're even gonna be able to monitor this or something.
Zoom it, screenshot it old school style.
But it's a clause in his contract that if he that technically he has to be, or else they have a right to void.
So what I think might happen is that they actually might keep track of the time. They'll give him specific hours, and then he'll have to log everything, whether that's from Zoom camera or something. But I'll have to have physical evidence of him.
What I immediately thought of when I heard about this, the Jamarcus Russell story. Yeah, Bo, you've heard this, right?
Yeah, we talked about it on one of the shows before.
Okay.
Greg, for those that may not know, go ahead and detail the Jamarcus Russell story.
Okay, so Jamarcus Russell, when I believe it was after he got drafted, if I remember correctly, yeah, it was after he got drafted. They, I'm sorry, it was during the interview process. The Raiders gave him a DVD to watch game tape on. It was like in the box and everything. And then I think a week goes by, he returns the thing, and they ask him, "Did you watch your game tape?" And he said, "Yeah, I watched everything. Everything." The box was empty.
Yep.
So
never had anything.
Never had anything in it. So
real quick before we go into more detail, shout out to Denny for the 200 more bits that he donated. We appreciate you, Denny, very much. Even though that you would say that I would rate Wendy's and Tom Collins both a 99. Don't know if that's physically possible.
I would rate Wendy's 99.
Wait, speaking of Wendy's, you got another fan on your side, Austin, here.
Oh, do I?
So we ordered Wendy's, I think last week sometime. Morgan got chicken nuggets. They were all burnt. They were burnt, but the insides weren't like cooked.
Oh.
So they were disgusting. So now she's anti-Wendy's. She tweeted them and said she's now on your side.
Let's go.
And you don't want to make a pregnant lady mad, and they did.
No.
now they have an enemy now.
No.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you were gonna go nugs, you had to go spicy. So the nugs are garbage anyway. But I wouldn't know about it because all their food is trash to begin with. But we move on to number 9. This one might be controversial. It might be, but I'm giving number 9 is our current number 5, and that's Joe Burrow. I'm giving him an 87 overall.
You're being cautious with him. I like it.
Joe Burrow in the Madden 22, I believe his rating was an 84, 83, 84. So giving him a 4-point boost, I think is very generous for what he was able to do with that team. Still had some interceptions that were looking bad. So, and he's in his year that's past his ACL. I think the kid is going to get better, but for right now, he's not. I don't think he's a 90. I think he's at least an 87. So.
Yeah, I'm curious if a lot of it was also based on the. I wonder if it's based on his playoff run that they probably kind of. Because I mean, if you think about it, he got sacked 9 times and still won a game. So.
Yeah.
Something to be said.
Number 8, I don't think changes too much. Let me double check. Number 8, no, he moves up from 1 spot. I have number 8, Lamar Jackson at an 89. Look, I know he had a down year, obviously, but I believe his Madden rating in 22 was a 91. You're going to drop him 4 spots because of an injury that he was dealing with, and that he had very much no offensive weapons aside from Mark Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
The running backs were awful.
Well, because everyone was injured.
That's what I'm saying. The running backs that they had were not good. They relied on Devontae Ancient Scroll Freeman. Makes no sense. And I think 89 is proper. I still say he's in a good category of his own of being a good athlete. So dropping him 4 or 3 spots, I don't think was justifiable. I think he should have a more productive year this year, but we'll see. His best receiver is a sophomore year in Rashad Bateman. So relying on Mark Andrews a lot, man, run game.
Yeah, it looks like from the picture you have here that he wanted to be number 11.
Yeah, well, everyone wants to be number 11, I guess. Number 7. One that I don't understand. Look, I know, but this was a big injury to his finger. You're going to, Russell Wilson at 7. At least has to be in the 90s. I give him a 90. You're going to drop Russell Wilson to an 87? What? 0 cents, Madden. 0 cents. And going off of the fact that I think it could only get better, a Broncos team that he is going to flourish in, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Melvin, back in the times, Gordon, to now Javonte, I'm here now, Williams. I think this is going to be a better team. I think he's going to be a much better quarterback. It really just blew my mind because I think he was a 92 in Madden, and they dropped them all the way to an 87. Just get your stuff together, Madden. What are you doing? Makes no sense.
I think 90 is good for him.
I think so.
I agree with that.
6, this is your take, Bo. This is Matt Stafford. I do believe that I'm a little bit more generous than you. I have him at a 91.
His deep ball's really pretty, honestly. So
the final deep ball he had to Cooper Kupp against that game against Tampa Bay. Holy, like, now I get Cooper Kupp, like they blew the coverage on Cooper Kupp, but that was right where it needed to be. And Cooper Kupp caught that ball. And I said, this is literally Matthew Stafford's first year being on a new team, and he wins the Super Bowl. Like, they were giving him all this bad credit whenever, you know, he wasn't on the Detroit Lions. Just bad. Hey, buddy. Can I come watch the show?
We got a guest.
Huh. Did you know, I read an article today, by the way, that said that according to the UK government, house cats are technically deemed as aliens.
That makes total sense.
Did you see the game Stray?
Yeah, I saw.
Have you seen that?
No.
I've seen it. It's you basically control a cat and you like go around and you have like a little robot companion and everything in a post-dystopian world. And it's pretty dope. There's also a meow button that you can just punch and it goes like meow, 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 meow. It's super fun. Steph already beat it already, apparently. It's been out for like 2 days.
Yeah, that's impressive.
So,
what we got at number 5?
Number 5, we're going to go with a guy that I couldn't believe wasn't in the 90s. Justin Herbert. Got him rated a 93. It just makes no sense to me how they have him not as a 90. Not only that, but they have him worse than a lot of these other quarterbacks. And Justin Herbert had one of the greatest sophomore, like, there was no sophomore slump.
No, there was not.
With Justin Herbert. There just wasn't.
Yeah, Herbert is the guy that, I mean, we saw how big of a leap he had this year that he's now getting MVP like betting odds now with him.
Well, yeah, when you have like a crazy team like the Chargers that they are now, and like just how good his weapons are going to be, like, I mean, the guy was fantastic. He has to be in the 90s.
Yeah, when Deke and I do our season preview for the NFL, like we try to do like near end of August, I can't wait to talk about the AFC West because that's going to be so hard to figure out.
I'm still saying Kenny Pickett resembles Herbert.
It's the hair, isn't it?
Hair, playing style too, a little bit. So I have big hopes for Pickett.
Nah, because Herbert's a little bit more poised when it tries.
Herbert's got a big arm.
Yeah. Pickett can make plays with his feet and he scrambles a lot, but it was also Herbert was just like so smart when he was trying to like spread the ball around and stuff like that. He's got a cannon. Like Pickett's good. Don't get me wrong, but
that's the potential I see him getting at.
That's fair, but also Herbert's younger than Pickett, which is funny.
That is kind of funny.
Let's go to number 4, Patrick Mahomes. 95. I get it, man. I understand that Mahomes had a down year. He should have a down Madden rating. I think 97, as much as people think that's appropriate, I think it was too high because he had made mistakes. He threw a lot more interceptions than he normally did. And he just, like when I say mistakes, these are bad mistakes. Like these are really, really bad mistakes. And a lot of people are like, oh, he should be in the 99 category. No. Because if you're going to have him above Josh Allen, why do you have him above Josh Allen 3 spots when Josh Allen took the world by storm last season?
Yeah, in terms of just like an absolute progression, like Josh Allen just took a massive leap forward last year, so. And also, like, I'm expecting Mahomes to be better this year simply because of the fact that he has to be smarter with the ball now.
Oh, yeah. And not only that, I mean, we'll see because the loss of Tyreek Hill, but you do add Juju Smith-Schuster. You add Marquez Valdez-Scantling. There's a lot of, like,
Sky
guys.
Moore. I'm very excited to see how he does, actually.
I would like to see if he has an opportunity to get on the field, Justin Ross, but I don't know. That kid from Clemson, still really, really cool. I like him. But let's move on to a guy we just mentioned, number 3, Josh Allen. I have him at a 96. It's criminal that Josh Allen is not in the top 3 of quarterbacks. It's criminal. He had a much better season than Patrick Mahomes. He had much better decision-making than Patrick Mahomes. And overall, he was just better. But I think the two are still hand in hand, which is why Mahomes is a 95 and Allen is a 96.
I agree. I like it.
Yeah.
He's a strong guy. You play Madden with him. You can run over people sometimes.
Truck people.
Yeah. Just destroy them.
Yeah.
He does that in real life, so it carries over.
I like playing with him in Arizona because, like, if ETN couldn't run, I just ran with Josh Allen. I'd have like 100 yards rushing with Josh Allen per game. So good. This is where everyone's gonna be like, why? Name value. I get it. He's a 99 currently in Madden 22. Does not deserve that for the number. So number 2, we have Tom Brady. I have him at a 90.
He's not a 99 in the new Madden.
He is. Not in the new one, in the old one.
Oh, last year's. Okay.
Yeah, in 22 he was given the 99 club. I have him as a 97.
Okay. Yeah, because he was coming off the Super Bowl that year, so yeah, that makes sense.
So like I get it. He takes a downward turn. He loses Gronk. You know, Chris Godwin may not be in top shape form. You know, it's going to be an interesting season, but now they have Julio Jones, so who knows? But I think just let's add to the fact that we can't keep justifying that Brady's in a 99 when he's like 45 years old. You got to include age somewhere in this, people.
Apparently not, if you're performing well.
And then finally, this was what we talked about earlier. This makes no sense. This is what it should be right now. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers, a 99. And I will stick by that.
Did you see him show up to camp? That was amazing.
Yeah, wasn't it like some kind of like weird video montage or something? I didn't.
It was no. He showed up wearing like jeans and a white tank top, and he had his hair flowing. He looked like Nicolas Cage from Con Air. It was incredible. Yeah, absolutely incredible.
But they have him as a 96,
and he looks yoked too. He added some weight to him this year too.
Like Madden this year has him as a 96. That's criminal. The man has won 2 back-to-back MVPs. What has he done that shouldn't make him a 99? He's a 99. He's the top-rated quarterback in this game. Sorry, Brady. Sorry, Mahomes. Sorry, Allen. It's Rodgers.
What does Stephen A. like to call him, Austin?
A bad man.
Yes. And he is, in fairness. Like, he will absolutely ruin your life if you are not accounting for him. So I do agree. I think he should be the number 1 QB in this game, but especially, and I understand, like, I am pointing out production shouldn't matter here, but also like the physical traits alone, he's better than Brady. I'm sorry, he is.
It's Aaron freaking Rodgers. I mean, been the best quarterback for how long now? Needs to be the best quarterback in Madden. Discount, double check, bad man, Jesus 2.0, whatever the hell you want to call him. It's Aaron Rodgers. He's a 99, and it needs to happen. It can't be a 96, Madden. It can't.
Has he ever been a 99?
Yeah, a couple years ago, I think.
I will have to check that.
I feel like he's had to have been a 99 at least once.
Because the way that people talk about it, they're like, what does Aaron Rodgers have to do to make you realize that he needs to be a 99? Makes me feel that he's never been 99 before.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
That's Madden 21.
That's 21, yeah. Wow, Michael Thomas and Stephon Gilmore were 99s at one point. How the times change.
You want to know? So let's get back to the wide receiver thing. Jamar Chase is an 87. Michael Thomas is a 90. Michael Thomas hasn't played in 2 freaking years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Wait, that's from...
2018?
2018, wow. So Madden 19, he was a 99.
Needs to come back as a 99. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have been diving in and getting just as pissed off as I have at this.
I don't know about as angry as you, but yeah, I mean, I appreciate the animation from you, bud. That was fun.
I have a headache. I'll say that.
Well, yeah, because you probably bursted some blood vessels from all your screaming.
That feels better. So, I will be getting the new Madden.
Feels better.
Hopefully, it's just better than what this is. EA, you need to do better. We need to do better.
Jeez.
Because as soon as NCAA comes back, no one's playing Madden. I'm sorry.
You got that right.
NCAA was a lot of fun, I'll admit.
Yeah. So, again, RankKing's Court is always here Tuesday, 6:30 on Twitch. Unfortunately, next week I will not be able to be here going to a concert. So the boys will have to find a replacement for me. And then there is no show the week
Kings
after.
are easy to find. Won't be that difficult.
Easy to find. We're everywhere. More land here, more land there. The week after that, we are off. The boys having a Day to Remember concert, and I am on vacation. And I will be appreciating that vacation because that night we're doing Top Golf in Myrtle. So
Nice. I didn't even know they had Top Golf in Myrtle. That's awesome.
Got Top Golf. They got Top Golf. So I'll be showing up everyone with my golf swing.
Make sure the calves look good. Make sure the calves look good.
He's gonna come back the following week and have like a cast or something.
And a full body cast just from the excess swing.
You're gonna wear the crown in the Top Golf?
You should.
You should.
Ah, you should.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Actually, wear it to the concert next week since it's Tuesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you've enjoyed this show. Again, I am off for the next 2 weeks. Be here next week to see what the boys come up with. And then take a break, and we'll be back the week after that. This has been a wonderful episode. EA, Madden, do better. Gavel Greg.
Gavel Greg.
Who did it last week when I wasn't here? You?
Vo. And he did it so smoothly, he said.
It was the best one because I did that and show everything.
Nice.
Perfect.
So let's hope it keeps going. Because, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for watching. Court is adjourned.
Court is adjourned.